What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Edge today, definitive. The reason why we're talking about Edge today is because, and really the purpose behind this video is because I think that we are at a really good point of entry. For anybody who's looking to get in for a short-term position, you're looking to get in for a long-term position, you want to hold throughout the end of the cycle, this is an immaculate opportunity, and there's some signals going on, some massive bullish signals from these very key indicators that we're going to go over in this video that we've noticed, we've identified with a couple other projects in the past month, and it worked out very well for us. So I think that for a short-term play, this is great if you want to buy here and catch the pump. For a long-term play, it's great because we're likely going to see new all-time highs, so you're at a low point here. Absolutely, you're at the low point of this move overall. I'm absurdly confident that definitive is either at its low or it's incredibly near its low. I doubt that it goes any lower personally. I think that the low is in. But if that all sounds good to you, hit the like button, subscribe, and let's get into it, okay? So before we talk about definitive too much, I want to go over Zora, okay? Let's talk about Zora because we made a call with Zora back here that the low is in, right? On that day at the low in this wick, we said that that was the low and that we'd move up very shortly thereafter. And then we bought right before this pump happened too, okay? And the reason why is because we're looking at the daily time frame, we're looking at our indicators here, the MACD, and what did we have? We had massive bullish divergence on the MACD here, okay? Absolutely massive. We had lower lows coming in. We had higher lows on the histogram building, okay? We had a bounce right off the oversold zone. And the stochastics were gearing up higher as well. Everything was looking good. Massive bullish divergence, though, on the MACD. That's what really gave it away. And then we had a massive move up, okay? KTA was another one that we recently bought. And to be fair, I actually bought it at higher levels here. But we did talk about it here at the lows, anticipating that we would see some kind of rapid movement up, right? I remember making a video literally at the low here saying that it would make the most sense to me to go down to this area because that's where our prior high was. That's the prior significance, right? Why would we find support here in the middle of nowhere? It doesn't really make sense. But the sense that we made out of it and why we assumed we were going to find support here without going lower because that was the call, we did say that it would make sense to go lower, but the reason why we called for a bounce here at these lows, literally at the lows, was because of the bullish divergence, the intense, immense bullish divergence that we had on the daily MACD. You see it, you see that same reaction come into play, and we're having a very nice reaction here. Now, you know, this coincides with a Coinbase listing. This coincided with a Robinhood listing. Edge is on Coinbase already, and I think they're not on Binance. Maybe you're going to get a Binance listing. I don't know. Maybe there's no listing at all, but they say show me the charts and I'll tell you the news. I didn't know Robinhood was going to list Zora on this day, but we bought right before that happened. I didn't know Coinbase was going to list KTA today, but we knew that the charts look bullish by the MACD, right? We look at Edge, we look at definitive, and on the daily time frame, we have just, it's beautiful. Can you see it? Can you believe it? It's literally it's the most bullish divergence I've seen on a daily MACD. It's crazy. It's incredible. We've just flipped green, okay? We've got bullish divergence on the oscillators. We've got bullish divergence on the histogram. It's intense. It's immense. It's great. And we are clearly rounding out here, right? We're clearly rounding out. We are going to get, when I tell you guys we're going to get a massive move, I mean like, I truly wouldn't be surprised if we saw a day like this where you moved up 114%. Or days in a row like this where you're just moving up consistently, right? I very much believe what we're going to see is a rapid snap to the golden ratio zone. Okay, here we are at about 25 cents right now. The golden ratio zone is at about 53 to 59 cents, okay, something up here. I wouldn't be surprised, I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if by the end of October we saw something on the lines of a 100% to 135% move. Genuinely, that's the expectation at this point in time. Something of a 100 to 135% move, 53 cents to 59 cents. And if it's not by the end of October, certainly it will be early in November. And you should be, with that, looking to move to new all-time highs too, okay? The exciting thing is, whether you're in it for the short term or the long term, right, you want to get in, you want to buy this coin, and then it pumps, right? It does a massive move like this, and you want to get out. You want to get out on that move and you want to reallocate into other coins that are down right now. You don't want to wait for the rest of the move to take off. Fine, you can do that. You're actually at a really good point to do that right here. You want to buy and you want to hold until it's going to the new all-time highs and you want to wait till that zone's achieved. Fine, you can do that too. You're at a really, really good point of entry. And I'm absurdly confident that we found the low. You guys, they say show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. Look at what we got going on here. We've got bullish divergence on the RSI on the daily time frame. We've got bullish divergence on the stochastics, and we have the most beautiful bullish divergence I've ever seen on the MACD on the daily time frame as well. Bullish divergence across all indicators on the daily time frame. Massive. Absolutely massive. This is the low. And not only because of the bullish divergence do we know it's the low, but if we take a look at where we closed, our closing low here, we're actually closing right here at prior resistance. So prior resistance is now support. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's really good structure. Of all the places to find support, it makes the most sense that here would be where we do it. If we take this low, the low here before this massive move up to the high, you can see that we, oh wait, is that the right low to high to take? Is that it? Is that the one? For some reason I thought we were at the 382. Did I measure the wrong one? Was it supposed to be this one? Let me look at edge. Let's do edge D so that we get the all-time history here. What? Maybe it was this low to this high. Yes, our double bottom low. That's what it was. We're right at the 382. And if you don't like that, that's fine. Maybe we're not at the 382. Maybe we are right at the 0.5. But whatever, we can bounce here as well. For some reason, I thought this was the low, but that's fine. We're at the 382. We're at the 0.5. Whatever, a perfect area to bounce as well. Prior areas of resistance turning into support, and we have the divergence across all indicators. It's absolutely massive. So I think that there's a lot of potential here. You don't even have to think about it, right? What's great about this and what I love about this is, again, if you want to hold to new all-time highs from here, this is a really good position to get in. That's great. But if you don't want to do that, you just want to buy this, sell out real quick, and then reallocate back into coins that you're already holding or coins that you prefer, coins that you're more aware of. Like, this is a perfect setup. This is a really good moment to just get in and get out, or to get in and hold, because again, if and when we do see new all-time highs from here, the minimum expectation is a 5.6x. The maximum expectation might be something closer to about a 9x, a 10x, okay? And you don't have to stop here. You don't have to stop at $2.34 or $1.41. You can go higher, but typically this is your primary target zone. You would find turbulence here, okay? If we look at this, for example, let's just see. We take our last kind of significant high to low pivot here. Did we stop at the golden ratio zone? Yes. Yes, we did, actually. That's exactly where we stopped initially. But we continued to build higher. Again, the thought here being, if you want to catch the initial move, cool, you can catch that, but the move will only be more productive as time goes on. I wouldn't be surprised, looking at this here, I wouldn't be surprised if we did see deeper extensions. Look at that, topping off right in the money zone. It's perfect. I really wouldn't be surprised if we did see deeper extensions. From a high to a low here, the expectation therein might be that we see something overall at about $3.46 or higher by the end of the year. Right? If this is by the end of November that we're thinking, $1.41 to $2.34, by the end of the year it could be, a 13x, maybe as high as a 40x. As crazy as that sounds. What's Edge's market cap? Edge, 50 million. That's absurdly low. That's absurdly low. You guys, it's a very low market cap. You could see this thing rip through the roof. A 10x from here puts you at 500 million. A 100x puts you at 5 billion. Not that you deserve 5 billion, not that $5 billion is easy to achieve, but $5 billion in market cap valuation, you guys, you could easily see that by the end of the cycle. You really could. By the end of the cycle, you could absolutely see that, let alone more. Let alone more. So you've got massive potential here. I'm continuing to ask myself while I'm watching this video, while I'm making this video myself, I'm asking myself, why didn't I buy this yesterday? Why did I not put money into this? Because I think this thing is going to rip here pretty soon. And again, by the end of the year, we could see something as much as a 40x. If not, at least I would think a 14x or a 13x. End of the cycle, the money zone right here at $15 or higher, it's about a 60x to an 80x right there, right? We could see deeper prices, absolutely. We could see 100x, we could see a multi-100x, $43 and beyond is possible, but I don't necessarily feel comfortable giving it an exact target on that, right? Anything from $14 to, hell, even $100 is possible. You could even go beyond that. The market cap checks out. A 400x from here puts you at a $20 billion market cap, which is intense from $50 million, but $20 billion is achievable. It's not like I'm saying you're going to be worth trillions of dollars in market cap valuation or hundreds of billions of dollars. We see plenty of cryptos attain a $20 billion market cap in their first cycle. It happens. It happens. So it could definitely happen with this one. However, I'd be more prone to think that we stop somewhere around $55 to, let's say, $10 at a minimum by the end of the cycle. I really think we'll be above $15 or more by the end of the cycle, but 55 to 15, maybe 10 at a minimum. A lot of growth, Actually, really, really good potential here. So again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but what you're doing is you're effectively finding support at prior resistance areas here. You have really good structure. You're at your 0.5 level, perfect area to find support. You've got bullish divergence, immense bullish divergence across all your indicators here on the daily time frame. The weekly indicators are gearing up, right? We've got higher lows, and you're actually right at the low point on the weekly time frame. I think that it's a perfect area to bounce. Stochastics right at the oversold zone, perfect area to bounce as well. We look at the 4-hour time frames, and things also look very bullish here. but we're just chilling. We're just waiting. Is it a great time to buy right now? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I mean, we're up 5% in this 4-hour candle. We are up, what overall on the day? We're up 6%, right? So is it the best time to buy? No, we're up 6%, but at the same time, we're still very much below this 236 from a high to a low. We're still very much below this. And I think just by the way that I do analysis, if you're snagging the price below the 236, if you have reason to believe that you have the low and you're not even above the 236 yet, you're getting in at literally some of the best price action that you could possibly ask for. So it's a really good time to buy. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I think this thing's going to rip through the freaking roof. I wish that we saw a little bit more volume, but that volume's fine. It's nothing. It's not terrible, right? It's somewhat desirable, but a little bit more volume to come in. We're being boring right now, so I don't blame you for no volume. Whenever we do get excited and we start to move up, that should be whenever the volume kicks in. Let's actually look here. Let's look at Edge definitive. Let's see. Let's type in definitive. There we go. Definitive-fi. Oh my God. Oh hey. They got their native mobile app running. Oh, that's pretty cool. Trading terminal, huh? That's awesome. That could, you guys, this was 1 hour ago. I told you, right? I told you. Show me the charts and I'll tell you the news. Look at this. The good news is here, man. That could actually be very big. This could really cascade the price higher. Unless it, has some bugs in it or something, but you never know. Let's see. Wow, and you can trade any Zora coin here. I like what they're doing, man. I like what they're doing. I think this thing's going to rip. I think this video is going to age like fine wine, and really we should all sell our houses and put money into this right now. I've got nothing else. Hit the like button, subscribe. Of course, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I believe that we're going to see, again, like a 100% move or more in a very, very short amount of time. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.